Hello, criminal justice enthusiasts, and welcome back to The Darkest Files. In the last episode, we interviewed our first witness as far as this new case, other than the person who brought us the case, and we really learned a bit about how Anna was probably set up. So let's jump into today and see what the next witness has to tell us. Oh, and also, if you remember, there's some lovely wording now outside our building that says Die Traitor. Looks like they've put some bars on our window, which is probably a good thing, though they didn't really secure the door. I think that's sort of an oversight on that. But I guess we'll see what Paula has to say.
Paula's not at her desk. She didn't say that she wouldn't be in today. Maybe she's just on an errand.
Let's go check the kitchen.
Oh, hello, Malena. Oh, I'm glad you are so cooperative.
Do love petting the cat. And we'll go ahead and talk to her as well.
Oh, hello, Malena. Meow.
Alright, good conversation. Never have to use the restroom. I guess that's a good thing. Don't know how bad it would be in there. Ooh. Trolley going through. I'm a huge train fan. Gotta watch the trolley there for a moment. Alright, let's head to our office and see about what's in our inbox.
There's new files in my inbox. Paula must have been in earlier. I wonder where she is.
Possibly tracking some stuff down for me. Got an answer regarding the officers. My brother-in-law used to work in the Brunswick Force, leaving you his letter. We'll let you know when the second witness will arrive. Alright. It seems like my old contacts at the police proved to be rather helpful for our case. Here's what we received from them. Paula, it's been simply too long since we heard from you. Make no mistake, you will have to tell me about this new job of yours. As for your question, I do remember some of it, mostly the chaos. Work was pandemonium for weeks after a bombing. No sooner did the fires die than all the Brunswick decided they needed the police's help. Yes, we did have a Klaus Nowak and an Otto Wagner working here. First retired a few years back, but Wagner still works at the district office. From what I've heard, they were known to be quite the bullies when it came to confessions. That Kaczmarek case, one of them must have beaten up the girl so bad he injured his wrist. I checked the albums and found a photo with them. One from the old boys pub, a few days after the bombing. Nowak's in the center and Wagner's the one on the far left, mostly cut off. Alright, so we invited Otto Wagner. Kisses appropriate ones, Ralph. Let's go ahead and look at the next stuff here. So that's Klaus, that's Otto. So Otto is the taller guy. And Otto is also the one with the injured wrist. So we know the guy we're interviewing is the one that beat her. Narrative. Male caller reported incidents of theft following the bombing. Named suspect. Suspect apprehended, confessed to crime. Disturbance. Female caller reported an abortion. Caller is known to make false accusation. Call dismissed. Theft. Female caller reported incident of missing items. Officers dispatched. No suspect could be found. Physical assault. Male caller. Verbal argument escalated into physical altercation. Dispatched officers. Intervened, arresting all involved. Looting. Female caller reported incident of looting witnessed at bombed residential area. Suspect found and apprehended. So we have that information now. Let's add all that to the case file. This is the evidence form you asked me to retrieve. It contains various information regarding the supposedly stolen suitcase. During the arrest of Anna Kaczmarek, the watchmaster recovered the following objects. Leather suitcase brown, lining striped blue, condition worn, estimated worth 3 Reichsmark. Women's blouse white, women's blouse black, scarf red, clothing matches description of reported stolen goods, estimated worth 2 Reichsmark. Letters and documents, school transcript, Cumberland burn, grocery list, estimated worth nothing. Personal items, postcard, circus, group photograph, cutlery, various, estimated worth 1 Reichmark. Overall estimated worth 6 Reichmark. The items are to be held as evidence until after a court hearing, after which they will be returned to the victim or victims. Robert Koloff, Precinct Senior Watch Manager. Alright. Managed to read out to Miss Hossel. She was actually more than eager to share her many notes with us. It's honestly rather difficult to get her to stop talking about them. Um, the Seidel girl came home drunk, woke me up. I'll give her hell in the morning. That soldier boy is talking on the phone. Why is he always here? They came for that girl. Finally. I never trusted her. Turns out she's good for nothing thief, a looter. The kind officer said there's a difference. Showed me the suitcase she took. Offered him a cigarette in return, which he gladly accepted. Said his colleague is a religious non-smoker, constantly bugging him about health effects. What nonsense. I hope they take the whore next. The Hubert dog is barking again. Alright. Rudolph found my mother's rosary under the bed. What a relief. I bet it was that girl with the curly hair. Must have brought it back. Must have felt guilty. The Becker girl is on the phone. She sounds upset. Toilet is clogged again. Must have been that Meyer kid from upstairs. Saw her sneaking around. Why does she get to stick around when good people like you died in the fires? Hubert dog is barking again. The little soldier boy is back. He is friends with that unreadable woman. Sometimes I hear them through the wall. Disgusting. Alright. Interesting. So that was at 12:31 on the 20th. This is later the same day. Becker girl is on the phone. She sounds upset. Huh. That is interesting. There was indeed a Kirchman with a high rank who was in contact with our Wolfgang. I only managed to retrieve a copy of the ongoing letters to Wolfgang Kirchman, but it seems useful. Be a waste of time to ask what you were thinking, as I find it exceedingly clear that you weren't in fact thinking at all. A plan, if the cruel childish fantasy conceived is what you qualify as a plan, then I sincerely hope your current station remains the peak of your military career. God knows the damage an imbecile in command can do. What do you think would happen? There, I asked it. Do you really think yourself her savior, her hero? Contrary to your naive hopes, there is nothing I can do. The girl's case is out of my hands. You picked the exact worst time to pull your stunt, the exact moment we need to show strength. Don't fool yourself. Innocent or not, she'll be made an example of. There will be no clemency. The best I can do is remove you as far as possible from this mess before anybody asks about the witnesses and their potential involvement. P.S. The girl will die and it will be because of you. Know and remember it. So there's at least a lesson here. Interesting. Because of him, in what way? Soviet test dirty nuclear bomb in Central Asia. Moscow. The Soviet Union detonated its 11th nuclear device in 8 months yesterday. A particularly dangerous, dirty bomb wrapped in uranium. Japanese scientists at Shizuoka University suggest this design creates especially hazardous, long-lasting radiation. The test conducted in Central Asia marks the 5th Soviet nuclear explosion in 2 weeks. Western observers view this display as Moscow's final show of force before expected new disarmament talks. Controversial Attorney General investigates war period. Frankfurt's Hessen's State Attorney General Fritz Bauer announced new investigations into incidents from the war period. Bauer, who spent critical years from 1933 to 1949 abroad in Denmark and Sweden, has drawn attention for his unconventional approaches to legal matters from Germany's recent past. His office's latest investigation has sparked debate among legal experts, with some questioning whether reopening such cases serves the nation's forward-looking reconstruction efforts.
Good, you're finally here.
And it's nice to hear you too, Peters.
Yeah, sure. Listen, I think I found something. Come to my office.
What? But...
Aye.
All right, since I have to wait for my witness anyway.
Hey, I just realized it's my birthday. June 5th. Nice. Though I wasn't exactly born at this point in time. A little bit younger than this.
So, what is it?
Do you remember the incident I told you about last time?
The man with the hat? A guard threw it and shot him when he picked it up?
That's the one. Elisha Kalka. Now, take a look at this. Well, anything catching your attention, Cuts?
So he was shot there. Huh. Not sure exactly what he's wanting here.
One of the dead listed here as Kalka.
And the manner of his death?
Shot on the run.
In writing, proof this guard, Noska, finally I have his name, that he lied in his report. But that's not even the best part. So,
And we sort of knew that already.
worst part.
He was the shooter.
What do you mean by finally having Noska's name? Were you looking for it?
Remember the testimony you brought me?
The one you lost in the archives? Yes, I do.
Right. Yes, that one. Thank you for bringing that up. It didn't give a name for the guard who shot Kalka. Noska was really stingy about the prisoners knowing his name. Maybe he suspected they might get a chance to recognize him one day.
At the bottom, who signed this? Stamm?
Von Stamm, exactly. Kurt von Stamm, judge at the SS and police court in Breslau in the years 1939 to 1943, NSDAP member since 1933. March 33, naturally. One of the March Violets who joined up after they won the election. His signature here is supposed to confirm the veracity of this report. He confirmed, in the name of the German justice system, that Kalka was shot on the run.
Except we know he wasn't.
So,
Either he's guilty of negligence, potentially criminal,
or he's complicit.
I'm curious where he is
where
now.
is he now? Still alive?
Alive and thriving. During the denazification after the war, the Americans rated him as unfit to be a judge again. But somehow, he managed to lower that rating and got himself a cozy position in Lübeck, looking to retire with a substantial pension within 2 years.
It's a bit early to make assumptions about his involvement.
Of course it is, but, I mean, he signed this. I refuse to believe anyone could be stupid enough to do so blindly. Oh, for... What is it?
And good morning to you, Mr. Peters. How nice to hear your voice.
What do you want, Paula?
I'm looking for Miss Katz. Have you seen her?
I'm here, Paula.
Oh, good.
No, don't mind me, please. It's just my office.
Your witness has arrived.
I'll be right there.
Miss Katz, Mr. Peters.
Just go.
I'm wondering if I'm going to have to take over that case at a point. Is Peter's going to have a breakdown? What's going to go on with it? I'm very curious.
Miss Katz, I'm sorry for all the confusion today. Christoph forgot his files and needed a last-minute delivery. I swear that this man survived till today is a miracle.
What did you think of Otto Wagner, Paula?
I couldn't get a read on him. Quite awkward. Not very typical for police, I would say.
Did he seem talkative to you, Paula?
I think so. He seemed eager but awkward about it, if that makes sense. Said he wants to help Mr. Bauer and our office as much as he can. Which sure is a new sentiment among our witnesses.
I think he did the beating, but he might be
Understand.
trying to throw blame on somebody else.
Miss Katz,
Thank you, Paula.
Alright, let's go do the interview then.
Mr. Wagner. Thank you for coming.
Just doing my part, Madam Prosecutor.
I wanted to talk to you about the case of Anna Kazmirek.
Oh, of course, yes. This one I remember all too well, ma'am. It was one of my very first cases. Not the smoothest start to a career. Earlier that morning, we had received an anonymous call accusing Miss Kazmirek of theft. I was dispatched together with my superior, Mr. Novak, to investigate the claim.
Alright, so that's supposed to be where we click. Nothing else as of right now. We only have 12 this time, so I guess that's a good thing.
What happened?
We found the place with no issue. The caller provided the exact address, one of the far too many shelters. We were welcomed by a tall young man, and the girl they let us in claimed to have been the callers.
Interesting. So Wolfgang was a part of it. Yeah, I'm more curious about him. I already think she's guilty, but I want to see what he has to say.
Can you describe the two of them for me?
Of course, ma'am. The boy was around my height, short, curly hair, blonde. Stood perfectly straight. It was clear from his demeanor he was the soldier type. He even made reference to being fellow servicemen for the country, tried to establish a rapport. The girl was shorter, 160, I'd guess. Pudgy, had long, bushy hair, dark brown or light brunette. And very well dressed. Made her seem out of place.
Do the names Wolfgang Kirchmann and Emilia Becker sound familiar?
Possibly. It's been a long time, ma'am. But they seem correct?
All right. Just always wanting to look around, see what I find.
What happened to you during the bombing?
I was in the streets. It was all hands on deck. But I can't really tell you any details, ma'am. That whole night is just one long blur.
What can you tell me about the shelter itself?
I admit I was taken somewhat aback when we got there, how dirty and run down the place was. And so full, stuffed, so many people, not enough space. It was one of my first times in a place like that. I grew used to them later, but not yet.
Interesting. Alright, not seeing anything else in this room. Nor anything in this room for right now. Hopefully we'll have the run of the place here to look when we need to. Aha.
What can you tell me about Mr. Novak?
A good officer, ma'am, and a kind man. He took me under his proverbial wing, taught me much about the job.
They sure don't make him like him anymore.
What was with that voice change there? That was odd.
That was... I'm sorry, that was one of his jokes. He sure loved a good chuckle. I've never been good with them myself, though.
Do you remember what exactly was reported?
The caller claimed to have witnessed the theft of what they described as a suitcase. They'd recognized the perpetrator as an acquaintance of theirs, Anna Kazmirek. They provided us with a name and address, but remained anonymous.
Alright. Doing fairly well on this, are we? We only have 8 more
We
left.
found the girl in one of the adjacent rooms together with a friend of hers.
This friend, would that happen to be a Heidi Grunewald?
Grunewald? Yes, that sounds about right, ma'am, yes. At the suspect's request, we allowed her to stay for the interrogation. A dumb mistake.
A mistake? And why is that?
This Grunewald girl, she tried to sabotage the investigation. Kept interrupting, arguing with us. She even tried to get the suspect not to answer our questions. Whatever it is she thought she was doing, she certainly wasn't helping a friend.
What did you ask her?
We tried to establish the basic facts of the case, ma'am. Mr. Novak did, mostly. Where was she at the time of the crime? What did she do? Could anyone confirm it? And the heavy hitter, of course, did she do it?
Did she admit to anything?
Hardly, ma'am. She was adamant she didn't even know what we were talking about. But she was unable to provide any conclusive proof. So we had to proceed to the next step, the search.
If Novak was the one interviewing the girl, what did you do?
I took notes, ma'am. Somebody had to.
Alright, not seeing anything else here. Oh, but
Tell me about this friend.
Contemptible girl with no respect for authority. Medium height, freckled, blonde hair. She made it clear we weren't welcome from the moment we stepped into the room. Though with all that bravado, she couldn't hide her nervousness. Common trait among those with criminal history.
would be nice to have like a targeting reticle here.
I take it you hadn't been part of the force for long?
I'd just become a junior watchmaster earlier that month. That's why I was assigned to Mr. Novak. He'd remain my partner for years to come, but at that point it was me working under him. Learning the ropes, so to speak.
Alright, might be done in this room. Expect that I'll have some stuff in here.
We requested that this Grunert, was it? That
Yeah,
she showed
one
us
over there.
show me to the suspect's room. Mr. Novak believed that would be where Miss Kazmirek would keep the stolen suitcase.
Except for he wasn't the one that she said was led to the room. It was Novak that was led to the room. Alright. Just a second here. I'm going to go into settings. There. Much better. I'm sort of rooted to this spot, so I can't observe this one right now, but let's go ahead with what we're supposed to.
Did you find said suitcase?
afraid I did, ma'am. Surprisingly quickly, at that. Poor girl simply wasn't made for it. She didn't hide it well at all, just left it under the bed.
Yeah, and that didn't make you think that something was the matter.
Is it possible that it could have been planted?
Oh, this angle. That would be a stretch. There's always a possibility, but no, wouldn't say so in this case. There was nothing to suggest it.
Alright.
Were there any conflicts between the shelter's inhabitants?
Ma'am, I've only been there for maybe not even an hour, over a decade ago. There had to be some tension since they did report the girl. Other than that, I cannot say.
Did you get any impression of the relationship between the boy and your suspect?
I can't say I did. He seemed to know her and he was angry at her. Honestly, ma'am, it's been a long time.
Can you tell me exactly what was in the suitcase?
Clothes, some documents. I can't say I remember everything anymore. You might have better luck checking the files, ma'am. It should all be there.
Yeah, I already did that. Alright, so there's 2 more things I need to find.
As soon as I left the room, I found the pair from before waiting for me. Becker and
Kirchmann.
Kirchmann, right. They recognized the suitcase. I didn't even have to ask about it. And what's more, they remembered an important detail.
Just to confirm, you're sure they both accused Anna?
From what I can recall, ma'am, I'm fairly certain they shared the sentiment.
Yeah, with
They didn't
her.
think it was important before, but they remembered the suitcase was taken from a bombed house. Didn't think it important. It was crucial information. It meant we weren't dealing with a theft, but a looting. An act of treason.
Oy. Yeah, this case just reeks overall.
What did you do with that information?
First of all, I wrote it down, ma'am, immediately. Looting was a significantly more serious crime, especially just a few days after the big bombing. They made quite a commotion. Even Mr. Novak leaned out to see what was happening. He seemed most pleased with the developments.
Alright, we've got at least one piece over here.
Were you aware of any previous criminal history of the suspect?
Nothing. I believed she was perfectly clean. Up until this point, that is.
Alright, so we're gonna need one more piece of evidence, but it might still come after this.
Mr. Novak wasn't done with the interrogation, but I knew he hardly needed my help. I took the suitcase, thanked the pair for their cooperation, and headed down to wait in the car.
That's a lie. We know by the picture of his injured wrist.
Did Miss Kasmirek admit to the crime?
She did, ma'am. She did. Gave us a signed confession even before Mr. Novak brought her down.
Mr. Wagner, I'll just ask the question. I have reason to believe Miss Kasmirek was coerced to give her testimony.
Coerced?
Tortured.
What? No, absolutely not. That would have been illegal.
Of course he'd deny it. But if I press him enough... Just to be clear, you claim Anna Kasmirek confessed of her own will? She wasn't threatened, tortured, coerced?
Yes. Mr. Novak, he was a very persuasive man.
Yeah, we got the picture with her eyes swollen. I think that's going to probably be the piece of information here, but let's see here. I don't think this is going to give me anything. Yeah, I think it's going to be the picture here. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
What happened to Miss Kazmirek?
I'm not sure.
Her face. Where did the bruising on her face come from?
I don't know, ma'am. She might have fallen after we brought her to the station or got into an altercation in the holding cell.
Backtracking already. Just a little more.
Yeah.
What about the friend, Miss Grunewald? Where was she while all this occurred?
Right, the friend. Yes, still in the main room, the kitchen.
She was?
Yeah. We have an outside witness that says that she was not. Let's just see here. Yeah, this is the one I want for
Do you
this.
have any ideas why anybody would claim otherwise then?
Multiple, I suppose. Placing her away from, but then she... I don't know, ma'am. I might have misremembered this part.
Yeah, let's go after Novak first,
Would
then
you
we'll...
disagree with someone describing you or Mr. Novak as violent?
Well, yes, of course. I know the reputation of our force at the time was not the best. But we did what we were the good ones. We served the people, the law.
After you left the apartment, did anything happen? Did you do or see anything you haven't told me about?
No, ma'am. Well, not that I can remember, at least. It has been quite some time.
Is that so?
Alright. Yeah. This is where he got injured. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Because this says that he needed first
Can you
aid.
explain why the police report mentioned one of you two requiring medical attention?
What? No, It's an embarrassing story, not even much of a story, really. I just fell backwards. Flailed my arms and hit a wall. Quite hard. The boys at the station didn't let me live that down for a long time.
Mr. Wagner, I have multiple witnesses on the record who can confirm either you or Mr. Novak did torture Miss Kazmirek. Denying it won't lead you anywhere.
But I'm not. I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't do it. I wasn't even there. If you're certain it happened, then it had to be Novak. If the girl was tortured, it had to be him.
Well, he quickly threw his buddy under the bus. Alright, so we need one more piece of evidence still.
The pair who let you in, how did they get along?
They seemed like friends, from what little I saw.
I'm starting to think Wolf is not nearly as innocent as I had hoped he was, or I had thought he was originally. But, yeah, we got all the information there.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I wish I could be more of help, but again, I wasn't there. I didn't see what happened, but if you are correct and the girl was tortured, then it was Novak who did it. It would have to be him.
And you didn't see any marks on Miss Kazmarek? Anything suggesting the beating?
No, ma'am. But I didn't really look. And there are ways to do it without leaving any marks.
Do you doubt that happened?
I don't know, ma'am. I've known Mr. Novak for years, and he was a good man. Flawed, but good. I owe him so much of who I am today and his family. I don't want to believe he was capable of doing something like that.
Is there anything else you forgot to mention?
No, I don't think so, ma'am. After that, we brought her to the district office, and it was out of her hands. We couldn't have known it. We didn't know she would. It was out of her hands.
Very well, Mr. Wagner. Thank you for your time. That will be all for now.
It's the least I could do, ma'am. Really, I should have... I'm sorry I couldn't be more of help.
Miss Katz, a moment if you please.
Yes, Paula?
2 things, good and bad news.
Let's start with the bad news and then we'll go with the good news.
What's the bad news?
I've been trying to get in contact with Mr. Kirchmann again. Unsuccessfully. Oh, that secretary of his makes me miss the Berlin Document Bureau.
So, no inviting him just yet?
Hopefully after Mrs. Kazmierek's turn. We confirmed her for next week.
Alright, so I mean, we did confirm her, so that's good, I guess.
The good news, please.
Christoph found a blueprint that might interest you. It's for the original apartment that was used as the shelter for your suspect.
Good. That should be helpful. I'll go ask him about it. All right. Thank you, Paula.
Alright. Let's get this blueprint because we're going to need it.
Heard you have something for me.
Miss Katz. Yes, your blueprint. Paula asked me to check if I could find something, and, well, we are in luck. Let me just, where did I put it? Sorry, I should really keep this place in a better order. Messy case, right? Poor girl. Killed just to make the state look tough after the bombing. It all just sounds so petty. Can't help wondering if it all really happened like that.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I could play dumb.
Right. I know what you mean.
It's just that there's so many details from what I've heard. So much he said, she said. Sometimes some accusations are just that. Accusations, not facts. You're asking yourself who did it. And the answer might just be nobody. Sorry, here I go babbling again. Ah! There it is.
And that's the whole place? The entire apartment?
Oh, no, that's just one of its sections. What used to be the stuff area. The original apartment took up the entire floor. They divided it up when it was made a shelter. 3 parts in total. This one was where your suspects were assigned to.
Great. This should be useful. Thank you.
No need for that. Always happy to help.
Alright, that works out.
Nobody. Now, that's an idea. I should put up his blueprint. There's no harm.
Alright, I'm not gonna assign people yet.
Esther Katz, who am I speaking to?
Walter Hens. Good evening. No. Sit down. I've got it.
Who are you talking to?
It's my wife, she... Shh. It's okay, Tessie. I know. I'm sorry. It's about my wife, Teresa. She... No, calm down. Sit down, please. You need to rest.
Sounds like she's not doing well, so I'm gonna ask what's happening. Otherwise, I really do want to talk to her.
What's going on?
I don't know how to say it, but... What? You need to rest. Tessie, I swear. Miss Katz, please give me one moment.
Is everything okay over there? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, good. I did get her on the phone.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Katz.
Good evening. Who am I speaking to?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Teresa Hens. I don't think we talked yet. It's a pleasure to... Oh, no, I said that already.
She's not going to be a strong witness.
I'm fine, Walter. Don't worry.
She's got memory issues.
Mrs. Hens, it's good to finally talk to you.
Oh, you're kind, please. I want to thank you, Miss Katz. Thank you for all you are doing for my Anna. She would appreciate it. She really would. Yes.
I'm not going to be confrontational at all by saying is there a but. I'm going to say thank you
That's
back.
very kind of you to say.
But I can't. I'm sorry. I can't help you. I can't help her. I just can't. I thought I don't know, I could make it right. That I could say, stupid. I can't, No, I'm fine. There's no making it right, is there? There never was.
I'm going to tell her she can help.
But you can help with your testimony. It may not be enough to make it right, but...
She's gone.
Tessie.
My girl gone, Miss Katz. She's...
Tessie, enough, please. It's all right. It's going to be all right.
And the way they looked at me, Mr. Banner, and how they looked at me. Like I was trash. They know. I don't know how, but they know. It's the same all over again.
Please.
The letters, the window, No, Walter.
Tessie.
I can't. No, stop it.
Shh. It's okay. It's okay.
Let me
Hello?
ask for her.
Mrs. Hens, are you okay?
I'm sorry. She gets hysterical. I managed to calm her down for now.
Yeah, I'm curious about this Mr. Botter.
She mentioned something about a Mr. Bader. About him looking at her?
Yes, she was feeling better last week, so I thought I'd take her for a walk. That it would do her good to get out of the house. We ran into some neighbors. I don't know how they knew of us testifying, but they did. Bastards called us traitors. Called her... I punched his teeth in, but the damage was already done.
Yeah, I'm gonna worry about the letters next because that might be evidence I can use.
She mentioned letters. Did you receive any threats?
Enough to keep the oven going through winter. I kept her from seeing most of them, but that first batch, 5 of them arrived when I was out. She read them all.
What did she mean about the windows?
It must have been some kids. Too much time on their hands. Not enough work. They broke the windows in my pub. Not the first time something like that happened, but... Tessie doesn't think it was hooligans.
Is she alright?
No. I don't think she'll ever be.
So, I'm sorry, but I have to ask.
The testimony.
Please take your time. There's no need to...
I'm sorry. She's adamant. Scared. And she's been feeling worse ever since it started. Since those damn threat letters. They were too descriptive for Tessie.
Yeah, I'm gonna be nice. I think I can still make this case work without her, and saying that she wouldn't be a convincing witness, even though I do think she wouldn't be, it's just sort of mean.
Of course, I understand. I'm very sorry this is happening to you too.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll talk to her.
Walter!
I'll talk to her.
Walter, no!
She's strong. Stronger than...
It won't bring her back, Walter!
Damn it.
Yeah.
I should tell Mr. Bauer about this.
Yeah, I mean, it's an issue. I don't think it's going to be a hard one for me to overcome.
Miss Katz.
I need to find out more about the call. Can you check if we can get any protocols from that district?
If there are any left, I'll contact them.
Nice.
I need you to invite the next witness.
Okay, so we can't get the other cop right now. It's just
Please
Amelia
invite
Becker.
the neighbor, Emilia Becker.
On it. Anything else?
That's all. Alright.
Miss Katz, what a surprise. I didn't expect to see you today.
I'm afraid there's a problem.
Oh?
I've just been on the phone with Mr. Hens and his wife, late Miss Kazmarek's mother.
Teresa Hens, I remember. I take it there's an issue with her upcoming testimony?
She doesn't want to testify.
I see. Did Mr. Hens happen to give their reasoning for this unfortunate change of heart?
They've received threats. Multiple.
Ah, yes.
From what they said, it did sound bad. They mentioned both letters and an hopefully just random hooligan incident.
It still baffles me how fast they find out about our witnesses.
And there's more, I'm afraid.
Wonder if we have a leak in the
Naturally.
office somewhere. I mean, Christoph is overly talkative. He might be doing it by accident. Oh, is Mr. Nowak dead?
Mr. Novak, one of the two officers who arrested and tortured Miss Kazmirek, is dead, leaving me with one less suspect and...
I don't remember it saying he was
And
dead.
without now 2 witnesses, of course.
Mr. Kirchmann, Miss Kazmirek's boyfriend at the time of the arrest, is proving quite elusive. From what's Paula been told, he appears to be involved with the rearmament effort. He claims to be too preoccupied with his current responsibilities to visit Frankfurt in the foreseeable future.
His own words, I assume. Very well. Then, unfortunate as this situation is, it's not an uncommon one. We lose witnesses. That's true for all cases, but for ours especially. There isn't much to be done about it. But there might be a way to compensate for the testimony you are now missing.
I mean, I somewhat agree on that. I'm going to ask Hal, though. I want to see what his thoughts
How
are.
would that work?
In the situation you find yourself to be, it might occur that you do uncover the truth, but will be missing proof. In which case, and only in which case, we should be able to acquire a warrant for one of the suspects' houses. We would have it searched and see if they happen to have anything that might help prove their or somebody else's guilt. We would only be able to do it once in this case. You need to think carefully which of the suspects you believe might have the piece of evidence you require.
I'm going to ask
When
when.
would we do it? When would I need to choose?
Seeing how it's a single chance, I think it best you get as well informed as you can beforehand.
Alright, so get as
Come
many...
talk to me about it once you've interrogated your final witness and are sure of what happened.
Alright.
I understand. One warrant, one suspect.
Seeing this day has been rather eventful, I'd suggest you take the rest of the evening off. I'll tell Paula to subpoena our problematic friend in the military.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
See if she's got anything else. No, she does not.
Thank you, Paula.
Alright, so with that, I believe we got everything done here. Yep. So, I'm going to end this video here. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and click that like button. And if you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all back for more of The Darkest Files.